again, it's me, Melissa, and welcome to Travel 101. I know it's been a long time since I did one. Today, I'm not gonna do my usual one, my other topics of how to book your flight, but I just have I just want to get this sorted out for people who have already booked their flights. As an example, for me, like I said, I booked my flight since that was in March, like really way in advance, because like I said, if you're going internationally, you might as well book it in advance. Okay, sometimes last minute's really good because sometimes you get the prices that you wanted, but remember at the end of the day, the seat matters because there's nothing. Like I said, they might not have the, let's say if you're going by group, then it determines of how many seats they put in for that price. So yeah, but if you're going by yourself, then last minute it's all right, but I mean, I don't recommend it. I recommend, like I said, my recommendation is if you can book it within a year, within 6 months to a year, that'd be great, because that would give you time. You'll get seats for sure, definitely. Second, you get to see the flight sometimes, especially at the beginning where it's still low. Like you can get a little bit of lower price for it. Okay, so yeah, like I said, you see it in lower price, you definitely, and plus you have more selection of the flights that you wanted. That's the third one. So yeah, if you book the flight early. So an example for me, I just bought my I have a ticket going to the Philippines, and I'll show you if I can show that. Yeah, this is my e-ticket. I'm trying to block my stuff info here. So I have a flight. Hey guys, I don't know if, yeah. So yeah, I have a flight for my November to December trip to the Philippines. So I'm super excited for that. I booked it actually directly to Korean Airlines. Probably wondering how I did it. I went through websites to check prices and everything. This wasn't the cheapest one because like I said, the cheapest one I think was China Airlines, from it going, I think it goes to Beijing, but like I said, my mom went to that one. She didn't like it, unfortunately. So and technically this flight was technically booked with my mom. So yeah, so I'm going to the Philippines. Tip number one, basically, once you get your ticket, every single month, please do check it. Like, go back online and check your stuff, because like I said, flight can change, and that's what happened to me, where the beginning portion, this one is Calgary to Vancouver. Since I'm not in the outskirts, like I said, Vancouver is our main, well, it's not main, but it's where all the flights going overseas anyways. So for me, I'm in the province, right? So I have to travel from, there's no direct flight from Calgary all the way to the Philippines, unfortunately. Either I go from Calgary to Tokyo, that's one, or I go via US or Vancouver, or probably Toronto, but that's way too long. So the closest option would be those three, actually, as I mentioned. So anyway, so I book, like when they book my flight, I usually check every single month. I usually check, because there's most likely there's gonna be changes, and if there is, you're gonna make sure everything is compatible. The good thing about booking like a third party, like Expedia, those types, they can actually fix your itinerary as they wish. Because like for me, I went directly to Korean Airlines, and the hardest part was where there was a change on my mom's flight, so we have to split up, which is easier for them to split up our e-ticket or itinerary. Basically, when they split it up, we were supposed to change my mom's flight. Okay, we were supposed to change my mom's flight date actually for June instead of going the same time as me, which is November. Fortunately, the only what's causing the trouble was this flight, the beginning flight, which is the Air Canada flight. Okay, because they're not affiliated and they're not in the same system, that's caused so much trouble. So yeah, so that's what happened. So we end up canceling my mom's flight. So yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, so you gotta be careful of how you're gonna book. So if you're from, let's say, Vancouver, it's okay because some of the airlines will go Vancouver all the way to Tokyo to Manila. So you have no problems of booking from Korean Airlines to do that. So that's one thing. So always check your flight. If there's changes, check it out, make sure they're aligned. And if not, let's say there's a conflict of one of your flights, do contact them. You can check out their number on those on the website, on the emails. They'll have listed the numbers where you can contact the customer service and tell them exactly that it doesn't match or whatever you have concerns or changes on it. So yeah, that's one of my tips. Make sure to check it. If there's change, call them. That's number one. Second is always print your e-ticket itinerary with you. You're probably gonna have an electronic one, but always have handy at least maybe 2, or you know what, 3. Let's say 3. You give 1 copy to your family, and then you keep 2 with you. Okay. The reason why I'm telling you to have 3 copies first is if there's an emergency and information wise of your flight, your family knows right away. They can contact the airlines, they can check out whatever website and everything if there's something happen. Okay, security wise, everything. Okay, that's your first. Second is, you know, you probably wondering, oh, but the thing is I have it on my phone. It's nice to have an electronic version, but it's nice to have a physical copy with you all the time. Either you're gonna encounter some airports when you do checking. Let's say, as an example, when I went to Korea. Okay, this is an example. This is my first time going to Korea. That was with my mom, and so we went in. We were okay, and plus we were staying in the Philippines. So we basically what we did: Philippines to Korea, Korea to Philippines. That's basically where our segment is, our flight. So once we're coming back, all of a sudden one of the airline, this is a different airline, okay, because we have a Canadian passport, and told us, do you have a return ticket to Canada? Luckily I have mine. I have my copy. I brought my copy. What sucks about it is my mom didn't bring her copy. Luckily my dad sent it to me. Okay, my mom doesn't have it, and like, you know, if she's gonna go by herself, then like you're closed. That means most likely they're not gonna let you go on board, and you gotta dig, right? So yeah, so what happened is, fortunately, my dad gave me a copy of of her flight, and I have to dig from my email. Yeah, there is Wi-Fi, but I think if you're in the part where you only have a few more minutes, or you know what I mean, you're in a rush already and you have to do clearance, all that stuff, you had a busy time, you know what I mean, you want to at least don't get a, you know what I mean, like, let's say this, like, you don't want to hassle, right? So you want a smooth process. But the thing is, that's what happened. We didn't have a smooth process because my mom didn't have her copy, and that's the thing, right? So luckily I have it. I showed it to her and all that stuff, and you know, luckily my mom went on board. She was able to board in the plane. So you need to have your copy, and you're probably wondering why you have another copy. If you lost the other one, then you have another one. That's the thing, like, always have it, you know, always, definitely. When you're traveling outside, let's say if you, like I said, if you're going somewhere, always bring it with you no matter what. And especially if, let's say, like what we did, we were staying in the Philippines. Our duration was in the Philippines, and we're going back and forth from the Philippines. You really need that. Okay, you really need to have your actually main return ticket, especially if you're not from the Philippines. It's not your final destination technically. So yeah, that's my second tip. Third is, what would be my third on this one? Third is, you know what? Apply for like those rewards program, like early rewards program. Trust me, it's a good stuff to have. I always, you probably wonder why, you know, I don't go often to the same airlines. It's not that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you probably wondered about that. You know what? There's some airline companies where, you know, when you collect the points, some of it doesn't expire. First of all, there's few, yeah, but there's some that they'll end up expiring. I have one for myself, was the Sky Pass. I had it for so long, actually. It was from Delta Airlines. I've been flying, I think I flew once with Delta Airlines when I was in the US. And I end up, like I said, I still have my points for, like, that's how many years ago? Okay, maybe almost less than 10 years ago, or not even 10 years. I don't remember how long was that. So yeah, you know, and it's nice if you're flying frequently. And I also have my Star Alliance card because I fly Star Alliance a lot, so I keep that with me. You never know, if it's burst, that's okay. Keep it with you. It's nice to have. And who knows, like, if you keep going to the same, you know, there's a couple, like I said, generally Sky Alliance would have like some of the major airlines. There's Sky Pass also. There's other, like I said, there's frequent flyers that you can go, like, you know, from different airlines. You can use this, right? So you gotta, you know, my suggestion is to have a frequent flyer. Always have it. You just never know. You know, like I said, it's handy. It's, you know, yeah, I would say. But anything else in regards to my when you book and then yeah, I think that's about it. Sorry. I think that's about it. I have to think. I have to, you know. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. So recap. Okay, we'll do a little quick recap on it. So since you booked it in advance, you already have your itinerary. Like, you know, make sure when you receive it every month, check on it. If there's a change and if there's a conflict on the flight, contact your airlines. Or, I mean, either if you booked it directly in the airlines, contact them. But if you booked like a third party like Expedia, Travelocity, Cheapaware, contact those people. Okay, don't go directly to the airlines because they, you know, they might not able to help you that much compared to those third parties because they have accessibility to change something on it. Okay, second, always print, make a copy. I know we have those electronic stuff, but always keep a copy with you. Give one to your parents. Keep an additional copy just in case you lose another one, because you never know. You're gonna need it. Most likely you end up gonna need it by the airport where you are, and it's like, where's your return ticket? At least you have it rather than searching through your phone. Okay, what if the Wi-Fi is not too strong? So yeah, do that. Thirdly, I said frequent flyers, apply. I know it's like, oh, but I don't fly that much. No, apply. Okay, you never know, because some frequent flyers don't expire their points. Like I said, I had mine right now. I have mine with Sky Miles. My miles from way back, I still have it, so do that. I think that's about it. I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope this information that I've given to you is sufficient enough. If you have more questions regarding, you know, regarding your, you know, booking and everything, like not booking, but your, you know, just general questions, concerns, let me know, especially with the travel. I'm glad to help you guys, and hopefully I can give my information to you guys in the way that, you know, that I can help. So yeah. So anyways, I think that's about it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Greatly appreciate on that. Give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, and please do share it. Information will be below for my website, social media. Yeah, so anything else, I think that's about it. I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and oh my god, tongue twister. I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, later.